In South Korea, amid the ravaging COVID-19 pandemic, public attention has suddenly shifted to another incident known as the Nth Room case. The story dates back to early 2019 when some journalists in South Korea, influenced by the Seungri scandal, began investigating incidents related to sexual assault and violence. By chance, they came across an introduction and joining instructions for the Nth Room on the internet, and they decided to collaborate with two university students. In mid-2019, the three individuals infiltrated Telegram, a supposedly fast and secure free messaging app, and began undercover investigations. Telegram is known for its core feature of automatically deleting messages within 3 seconds of being sent. Exploiting this feature, the suspects utilized the app for sex trafficking. Starting from February last year, they coerced dozens of women, including minors, into providing videos and images of sexual abuse and exploitation, which were then sold to around 30,000 users. The Nth Room case involved multiple rooms, not just one. The instigator of the incident was a young person, approximately 20 years old, using the online alias God, who created rooms numbered 1 to 8 on Telegram, collectively referred to as the Nth Room. Among these rooms, the Nth Room held the highest level of notoriety. Initially, it started with the uploading of stolen voyeuristic content, including boyfriends secretly filming their girlfriends, sons secretly filming their mothers, strangers secretly filming others, and even videos or images involving children and infants. The room owners sold the links to these rooms on Twitter for a maximum price of 50,000 Korean won each. However, the situation unraveled when some of the pornographers turned against each other. Gradually, some individuals started reselling the content at higher prices, leading to the leakage of certain information from the Nth Room. This continued until July 2019 when the Gotham Room, named by someone called God, emerged. People who had already joined the room started adding links to the Nth Room in their SNS social media profiles, gradually spreading the existence of the Nth Room. In these rooms, various videos were categorized and made available for buyers to enjoy. However, God eventually withdrew from the management, and the exact reasons are unknown. At this point, the second mastermind of the operation, someone using the online alias Watchman, took over the Nth Room. By this time, the number of participants in the Gotham Room had exceeded 4,000, but many participants felt that it was not possible to upload images or videos in the Gotham Room. As a result, Watchman began creating multiple derivative rooms, and participants in the Gotham Room were given access to these derivative rooms by entering their respective links, facilitating the dissemination of content. The Gotham Room served as the key to access these derivative rooms. However, entry to the Gotham Room did not automatically grant access to this key. Participants had to engage in conversations or upload explicit content in the Gotham Room to be upgraded to higher-level rooms. If you lurk in the Gotham Room without actively participating, you will eventually be kicked out of the room. The higher the room level, the more and more stimulating content you can see. In the highest level Nth Room, offline transactions have even emerged, openly selling the slaves. The term slaves here does not refer to real people, but rather the photos and videos of artists, a collective term for the victims of sexual violence, that are being sold. Up until this point, the event may have seemed like a group of small porn-sharing communities. However, in reality, during the infiltration of the Gotham Room by two university students, they encountered over 3,000 explicit videos, with the majority being real recordings, including a significant number of illegal videos depicting child rape. Occasionally, there were also some commercial films interspersed among them. The obscene messages in these chat groups reached over 15,000 per day. Each of the 8 chat groups had 3 or 4 slaves, amounting to approximately 20-30 slaves across the 8 chat groups. The Gotham Room remained active until September 2019 when Watchman withdrew from management, leading to the disappearance of the Gotham Room he oversaw. Subsequently, the third mastermind of the Nth Room incident emerged, a person who identified themselves as Dr. In the Nth Room incident, the most infamous and horrifying individual was this doctor and the room he managed, called the Doctor Room. The Doctor Room not only had the highest number of participants, reaching up to 260,000 people, but also engaged in the most heinous acts. the demonic figure at the center of this sexual hell, Doctor, implemented an entrance fee for the room ranging from 200,000 Korean won, approximately $1,200, to 1.5 million Korean won, approximately $9,000, payable in Bitcoin. Access to the doctor room required payment of the entrance fee, and another measure implemented was the inclusion of more violent video content. In these videos, most of the victims were middle school students who were filmed naked and paralyzed in male public restrooms. The basic requirement was to stare at the camera and perform specified masturbation actions. Each recorded video had to expose their own genitals. The actions of Doctor and others have caused many victims to choose suicide. So why would these middle school students willingly allow themselves to be manipulated? After the police arrested the organizers, including God, it was revealed that the organizers were searching for underage individuals who posted their private photos on Twitter. They pretended to be police officers and sent messages to these individuals, claiming to have received reports and asking for personal information to conduct an investigation. They used this information to blackmail the victims, threatening to inform their parents if they didn't comply. Some may argue that those who shared their private photos are not perfect victims, but Doctor is entirely to blame for his actions. He primarily targeted impoverished women, deceiving them with promises of part-time job opportunities to obtain their personal information and gain control over them. In this way, Doctor manipulated these victims, primarily underage individuals and impoverished women, building upon the foundation set by the first two organizers. Once the victims surrendered their personal information, these underage individuals found themselves in a living hell. The organizers used manipulated photos to threaten and coerce these minors, gradually turning them into slaves. Doctor even demanded that they carve words on their bodies. For these children, the most unbearable part was the daily collection of materials. They were confined to their rooms, awaiting rape and humiliation, with these images being shared in real time within chat groups. In October, the operator of the nth room, 25-year-old Kim, was arrested. This incident sparked the largest petition movement in South Korean history, with over 2 million participants. The mainstream Korean media outlet Korean People has been conducting undercover investigations and reporting on this since last year. It was only a few days ago that this largest sexual exploitation case in Korean history was fully exposed, leaving the Korean people outraged. What's even more shocking was that the number of participants in the nth room case reached 260,000, which means that there is approximately one participant among every 100 people. Since October of last year, the organizers have been gradually arrested, and it was earlier this year when Doctor was finally apprehended, marking the resolution of this massive sexual exploitation case. Many Korean idols have expressed on Twitter that this incident has surpassed anger, and they are petitioning to expose the information of all 260,000 participants.